The Chief Justice will definitely shoulder the burden of that institution. The whole week we've not been able to set his eyes on him or find out what he's up to. We are giving a final try behind these gates. Let's see if we'll be lucky this time. At his home in the serene leafy suburb here in Karen, we find the President of the Supreme Court and Chief Justice David Maraga seated under a shade. It's not an ordinary Friday for him. He's deeply buried in files as he peruses every single document before him for now. Come Saturday from 7 p.m., the Chief Justice, in his capacity as the President of the Supreme Court, will lead his 6 other colleagues as they begin hearing the presidential petition number 1 of 2017, that of Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka versus IEBC, is Chairman Wanyonyi Wafula Chebukati and President Uhuru Kenyatta. The seriousness of the big task ahead has seen the CJ, just like his colleagues, retreat and prepare in seclusion away from the hustle and bustle of his office.
First and foremost, I'm surprised that you would trace me from the office and come here. You are the last people I expected today.
It's not a scheduled interview, so it will have to be brief. This is the first presidential petition for the reconstituted bench, and the CJ and his team are working overtime to get through the piles of documents that will determine how this case goes.
We received this record, especially from the respondents. Mine came in here after midnight. And so when I woke up, I started on it. And I will go on until I'm tired. Then I sleep. And that's not only me. Even my colleagues are doing the same. And you know, the period is very short. And the amount to be covered is enormous. So we are putting as much as we can humanly.
At his veranda, another mountain of documents resting, awaiting his perusal. He has the help of legal assistants from his office, among them a senior counsel. Researchers too are on hand to offer this detail or the other. They know that the clock is ticking and fast.
It is really nothing other than what the nation expects of us. As the Supreme Court, we are doing our very, very best to comb through these records and see the evidence each party has presented before us. And of course, decide the case on the basis of the evidence before us and the law. And that we will do on Friday first. Yes, that promise I can give you, we are going to do it. I mean, we don't have a choice.
The CJ, who is leading a presidential petition for the first time, knows this is high-stakes case. So is he feeling the pressure?
I won't call myself an authority in elections, but I have handled quite a number of electoral disputes, and I've been chairing the Judiciary Committee on Elections, preparing for this. All the judges of the Supreme Court have handled election disputes before, so this is not anything new. But then, of course, there are challenges which come. There are some particular facts which have come in this petition which were not there in the previous petition, and that's how it is. Cases are not normally the same. We decide cases on case-to-case basis on the evidence presented before us.
Because of the limited time, the Chief Justice and his legal assistants could not even break for lunch and had to be content with some snacks. From the look of things, it will be many long nights, and he says Kenyans should be equally braced themselves for marathon sessions. As legal teams for petitioners and respondents prepare, so are the men and women from the Supreme Court, who, from the look of things, will sit in for even longer hours before they deliver that much eagerly awaited verdict on Friday next week. Duncan Hemba, KTN News, Nairobi.
Now, livestock owners and traders have welcomed the decision by the Environment Ministry to ban the use of plastic bags in the country starting Monday next week. The livestock farmers regretted that the move had come too late and should have been effected a long time ago. Led by Vice Chair of Livestock Marketing Council, Dubata May, the traders say that the owners saw the move as good as they had seen huge losses they have been incurring due to consumption of plastic bags by their animals, especially during dry spells. And May accused some manufacturers who moved to court to stop the ban, saying they were greedy and selfish individuals who failed to see the bigger picture. Even as it remains a puzzle to many how thousands of plastic bags will be disposed once their use comes to